Hello everyone, I'm Melanie and I'm here with Louisa May Alcott to discuss her widely known novel, Little Woman. Can we please give a round of applause for Louisa May Alcott? Tough crowd. Hi, it's very nice to be here. Pleasure to have you. Tell me. Keep going. Keep going. Tell me a little about yourself and your childhood. Well, as you know, I was born in Germantown, Pennsylvania. My father was Amos Bronson Alcott, and my mother was Abigail May Alcott. I was the second of four. The oldest of the sisters was Anna Bronson Alcott. I was the second, and the two youngest was Elizabeth Sewell Alcott and Abigail May Alcott. We moved a lot in our childhood, but we ended up settling in Concord, Massachusetts. The reason we moved a lot was because my father tried to open temple schools, tried to work in Fruitlands, but everything he had to end up closing, and it suffered us with financial obligations, so, you know. Another question. Did you always want to write books? No, but after I thought about it, oh crap, I forgot a whole section. So I went to school. Yeah, I attended Miss Mary Chase's school in Still River Village. And then, while we were in Fruitlands, I attended Concord Academy. But I didn't have too much teachings because my parents didn't have a lot of money. So I was often taught by my father and his friends, like Ralph Waldo Emerson, Henry David Thoreau, and Margaret Fuller, and Nathaniel Hawthorne, all the great writers that are also here writing books today. What are some other books? No, that's that question, because I forgot that one.
I just asked that question.
Yeah, but ask it again, because I didn't answer it.
What'd you answer?
I forgot a whole section, so I added
it. Did you always...
See, it has to be natural, like we're just talking.
Did you always want to write books?
No, but once I thought about it, I was like, I knew I wanted to do something splendid, something heroic or wonderful. This is the
like Superman.
The motion. Yeah, you can say that like Superman. I'll be like, yeah, kind of. Or wonderful that would not be forgotten after I was dead. So I thought I should write books.
What are some of the other books you've read?
We screwed that line because I didn't mention any of my books yet. I was already there, but
can you tell me a little bit?
No, shit, answer the question. I've written Flower Fables, which was a book of like stories and poems that I wrote for Ralph Waldo Emerson's daughter. And also, when I was younger, I nursed in the Civil War. I was a nurse in the Civil War. I went to Washington and I nursed and helped the soldiers out during the time of the Civil War.
I held that.
Anyway, I ended up catching typhoid fever there, and I was in the hospital, so I wrote letters to my family, and that was eventually published into Hospital Sketches. And that was actually the first book that I actually got recognition for because I used pseudonyms like A.M. Bernard or Flora Fairfield, so people wouldn't know that it was me that was writing. I wanted to cover up my identity.
Can you tell me a little bit about your novel, Little Woman?
Yes. Well, I'm not going to say everything because, you know, you guys here have to read it. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was
Anyway, it's about four independent young women, Jo, March, Meg, and Beth, that grow up with their mom, Marmee, and their dad's actually away in the Civil War. The novel opens up on Christmas where the girls realize that they don't have enough, that Marmee doesn't have enough money, and Marmee is what they call her mom, to pay for them to buy Christmas presents. So they deal with, the novel shows them growing up into adulthood as they get married, they get better friends, you know, dealing with, like, they're the poor and dealing with the rich and the famous, not the rich and the famous, but like the rich. They actually made a nice friend, Lori, and Jo and Lori. Jo's the main character. Jo and Lori grow up, like, together, and Lori wants to marry him, but Joe feels that they are too much alike and too stubborn that she doesn't want to marry him. And in the end, in the end, Joe ends up marrying Professor Bear. Lori marries Amy. And so on. And I have to revise that part, but whatever. Keep going.
What inspires you to write books?
Well, actually, that's a better thing than that. That's exactly what that question is.
How'd you put together the novel?
Yeah, like what inspired me to write the novel. Well, this novel particularly is about me. Like, you're here in my orchard house, and that's where I base the novel Little Woman. If you watch the movie or even read the book, the setting
is already out when we're talking about this.
Yeah. It's exactly this. This is exactly what it is. It's this orchard house. They grow up. It's exactly my childhood. It's Joe I put Joe after me. Like, she's artistic. She has so much fun, but she doesn't like her family and friends to know that it's her writing. So she uses fake names And I base it off the Civil War. Like, her dad's in the Civil War, and when I was younger, I had to do a nurse in the Civil War. I based my three sisters off the three sisters, Meg, Amy, and Beth, off my sisters, Anna, Elizabeth, and Abigail. So I really, when I write my books, or when I wrote Little Woman, I tried to use my life to write, like, my experiences. Like, in the book, I write about how they all come up with a Pickwick Club and they make a newspaper. And when we were younger, me and my sisters did that.
So this book reflects your background?
It reflects my life, basically. Me growing up and my experiences and everything. It basically it's an autobiography, but it's not, because I use other characters' different names.
Well, you did a great job writing the novel.
Thank you, and I hope that everyone enjoys it.
All right, well, that's our show. Thank you very much for coming today. I hope to read many more books that you have written.
Thank you. Very nice meeting you.
Bye, everyone. I will return
You gotta wait till I leave, and then I'm gonna play it.
Bye, everyone. I will return next week with Hannah Montana, and she will be teaching me the hoedown throwdown.
Boom clap, boom de clap, boom boom clap, boom de clap, boom boom clap, boom de clap, boom boom clap, boom de clap. Try with me. Here we go. Boom boom clap, boom de clap.
My whole class is gonna see this. Okay, ready?
Let's watch it.